that's a huge problem with mixed martial arts too. I've noticed like the like Conor McGregor's or stuff like that, right? They're constantly being flamboyant. They're saying things that
Gosh.
they say things that are really racist sometimes too,
Mm-hmm.
um, and like taking jokes at people's expenses, targeting people's
Mm-hmm.
wives, and targeting people
Yep.
like it seems like I don't understand why that would be the valued thing, right? Like showing up and whooping ass is what you're like is what
Yeah.
at least I guess because I'm a martial arts nerd. That's what I want to
Yeah.
see. I want to see someone
Yeah.
just show up and just could perform.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to think about it like this, though. So, in the market of like people who support mixed martial arts and like UFC and stuff, who are actually in the sport are probably like 2%, 3%. Who actually are like being in there and being in the zone and that kind of mentality of like you don't need the extra stuff. But the other 98%, like they see that like, and at least for me too, because I'm not in it. Like I see that stuff and I'm like, man, one, I can see how this is going to sell tickets, but two, I want to see this guy get his ass whooped, and because of
Yeah.
that, it's going to spur interest, sales, everything.
I know, but
And all of a sudden, it doesn't become about the sport; it becomes about the show.
right. But part of the problem with that is that he gets paid. If you want to watch him
Yeah.
as well, right? Even like I've started doing this thing where like if someone says something that I think is like just unforgivable, like I know
Mm-hmm.
this one guy said something about like, oh well, the UFC has all African fighters. They're all playing it like basically we're just running in like the mud or something like that. And I'm like,
What?
something stupid like
Oh
that.
my
I
god!
read the quote and didn't. I
Bold,
thought they were like
very bold.
I thought they were misquoting him. So I had to find the video of him saying this. Okay, and I watched it. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, either way,
Wow,
I was like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna
bold
watch. I'm
statement.
not gonna watch anything he's in.
Yeah,
I'm just not gonna watch him because it's just not worth it. It's like,
yeah, and that's the thing. Sometimes you just gotta like not support someone.
yeah, yeah,
Like it sucks because it's like what so because this guy who could be a very good athlete and is probably a good athlete, because he thinks it's like how it should be to like show his alphaness and run his mouth, and you know, because of that, it's like yeah, I don't want to support this guy. I don't want him to be part of this. I'm not gonna give my being to him, and it sucks because you support his game, but you don't support him as a person. That those shouldn't, those shouldn't split, especially when you're at that level.
right.
But
Well, and he said it in an official interview, and it's kind of this is like not about masculinity at this point, but
yeah, yeah, this is all going a little tangent. Like there's little
yeah,
nuggets here and there, but
but it's
this is
crazy.
the little kind of the wrap up. Like this is our
Yeah.
our flex time or whatever.
It's kind of crazy that the UFC doesn't hold their athletes in the same regard as like the NFL does, right? The NFL's at least pretends like they're not gonna let them do things, right? Or like the same with the NBA, or right?
Yeah,
They at least suspend them for saying things, or they fine them for when they like you say like you know
yeah, some crazy
yeah,
stuff, or
crazy
you're out
stuff.
here like drinking and driving or something. Like your personal life will affect
Yeah,
like your yeah
they will fine you, right? No. I don't think that necessarily your personal life should affect your what do you call it, life, your sports life.
hmm
But if you're at the job, you're on the job doing an interview, right? There's certain conduct
yeah
that I feel like they should be like, listen, man, you're on the job, okay? You're
yeah.
at an official UFC sanctioned event. Don't
You
don't
can't be saying stuff.
don't say that, okay? You want to say it on your Instagram. You want to be racist in your own time. That's your own
Yeah.
time, okay? But
I don't
like,
even think that. I mean, even doing that, like, yeah, because here's the thing: like, you should have your right for sure to say or do whatever you want. You're at that level too. You're almost like a figure too. Like you can't. I
right.
mean, I don't think you could be doing stuff like that. Like that's not cool. And you know what? Hey, maybe you can, but guess what? I don't. I'm not going to support you, and
I
neither are like
I agree with you.
masses.
I don't think you
Yeah.
should, right? I think you have
You can. You're right, and
yeah.
you're right. You definitely can, and I personally love to see that shit. Like me, I love when people do that stuff. Like I'm just like, oh, good for you, dude. Like you just fucking bold. Let's see what happens. Like when the celebrities that are, just quick example, the Will Smith slap of Chris Rock, and just like I love Will Smith, love his movies up until that point, and I had some friends who were like more like were all about him. Um, Good for him for doing that. That's awesome. He just was like, career's done.
Yeah, career's over right
Like
there.
you just basically in front of everyone, like just was like just threw it all away into the air and made yourself like the one that looked like the biggest asshole for sure of the night, if not of the month.
You know what the worst part about that whole story is? The updates. Because now Jada was like, yeah, I don't know why he did that because we weren't even together when he did that. We were separated for 6 months when he did that. And
That sucks to hear.
like, why
That
would you
does
say
suck.
that? Just don't say anything. Why?
Yeah, dude. So basically, she just made him look like even more of an asshole.
Yeah.
To make me. I don't even know to what, but not to get into all that stuff,
Yeah.
obviously. But they had a very strange Hollywood relationship type of deal.
Well, we didn't know that until like the whole slap thing, and then all of a
Oh,
sudden
you
we're.
didn't? Oh, I knew, dude. I knew about that stuff before. I mean,
Uh,
there's because there was like some weird stuff coming up about her and the son's friends and stuff and all that
yeah,
shit.
that was right before that,
Yeah,
and then it led up, and then yeah, and then
yeah.
she's
But
posting pictures of how she misses Tupac all the time on her Instagram.
damn, he's fucking dead for 20 years, dude. I mean, I miss Tupac too, but for his music, but like
No, it's worse.
even I really, yeah, no, I know.
Because Will posted all this stuff about her for her birthday, and then she posts a
Shit
pic.
like that.
No, it's worse. A video from the '90s
Uh,
of when
uh,
her and Will were supposedly together, of her and Tupac dancing to Will Smith's song.
damn, damn, that's dirty, man.
Like, why are you publicly humiliating him? Just stop.
Just for
Just
shits and giggles, like,
it's
and
not.
that's the thing,
It's
that's
cruel.
not. It's cruel. That's like, that's some girl shit. That's some, yeah, I'm not. It's crazy, man. That is crazy. But yeah, when it's on a public stage, though, that's all. I mean, fucking, you guys went up there. Like, you jump up on the stage, like you're gonna be in the spotlight the whole time. Unfortunately, it's part of it.
But like I was saying, the Oscar, like the whole acting, everyone was like, yeah. So Will Smith's not in any projects anymore because he assaulted someone on
Fucking true.
on live television. It's like, oh yeah, that's probably what you should do, you know?
Dude, it wasn't even like just like in any way a joke. He got him with that fucking Muhammad Ali that he trained for from the movie.
Oh, right.
Like came boom, like like dude. I was like, I thought he punched him at first. I was like, oh god damn,
Oh,
I just got the shit slapped at me.
yeah.
But yeah, that was some crazy stuff. But that's what happens. Like anything he was instantly like just dropped. Then he did something else not that long ago. I don't even remember what it was, but it did terrible because like maybe in 10 years or 5 or 10 years you can try again, dude. But like yeah, that's not going to go away anytime soon.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, people did worse in Hollywood, especially pre like 2014, you know?
Yeah. Hey, you want to hear? Well, I don't want to go even more into Are we tangenting right now? Is this just a big tangent?
It's the B roll now. We've gone
Okay,
into the
so
B
we're
roll.
B-rolling. All right, cool. So here's a B-roll for you. Is so there's apparently, I mean, the shit that happened to Jamie Foxx where he like was hospitalized and like almost like died, kind of.
No.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx got hospitalized hardcore and like almost died like maybe 2 or 3 months ago. And the word from a lot of stuff that I seen was that he was at one of P Diddy's parties, one of Puff Daddy's parties, and he took yeah, dude, no, don't even get dude. So if you want to look up some funky weird stuff, like look up some of the shit on P Diddy and like his parties and like him and Usher. So just from the start, like he had Usher when he was 14. He had him on his label. Over, he left his parents or left his house. He was staying at P Diddy's house like for an extended period. I don't know if it was for good, but he's 14 years old and P Diddy's having these hardcore like giant celebrity sex parties of like just the craziest shit that you can imagine going on in the 90s. at P Diddy's mansion, and he's sending girls into Usher's room, like when he's over here trying like going to sleep and shit, and just like being joking or whatever. I don't know what happened. Who knows what happened? Usher's super weird. The interviews that you see with him, he's super weird about it. But I mean, like who knows? Like I don't, that's a weird thing. So anyway, kid stuff. Like some people would say he's lucky. Some people like whatever. Who knows? So anyway, Justin Bieber, signed Justin Bieber to his shit and did all that. And there's like these videos that I was watching where he's walking through. He's like basically he's like, yo, it's me and Justin Bieber right here. We're gonna do a 48-hour kick it sesh. Do it real pimpin' style. And Justin Bieber's like fucking when he first was like he had the long hair and shit. He was like 15 at the time, maybe.
He's got the squeakiest voice possible. Like yeah,
super squeaky voice, and he's like trying to, I'm trying to be all hard, P Diddy's like, he's like, yo, we're gonna be kicking it for 48 hours straight, doing it hardcore gangster style, no one else, just us doing it big, Left him there for a couple of days, at P Diddy's mansion doing his whatever, and so then he's like, yo, we got this right here, this Lambo right here, yo, when you turn 16, this is gonna be yours, and he's like, oh shit, oh damn, okay, oh shit, okay, P Diddy, So then, a couple other weird things in the video, but then there's another video of him when he's like 18 or so, and P Diddy come up to him and he's like, hey man, how come we don't kick it anymore, dude? Like, and Justin Bieber's like, I just kind of like, I've been busy, like, you hit me up on Facebook, I'm not really on Facebook, scared, dude, he was like, scared, man.
That, just tangent real quick, he used to dress up as the Joker every year for Halloween, and Warner Brothers sent him a P Diddy. Warner Brothers sent him a cease and desist to tell him he had to stop dressing as the Joker, and so this year he dressed as Batman instead.
Dude, are you serious? They're like, yo, dude, we don't want to be associated with you, all right?
Yeah.
So there was so just to go even like his weird parties and stuff. Like there was something where Cat Williams is talking about. He's talking about P Diddy's parties, and he says, I walk into this party over here, man, and I'm like, oh, what the hell? There's this celebrity here, fucking Mr. Belvedere's over here hooking up with Pump. All right, we're gonna get pumped. We make T-shirts. Oh shit, he's back. Never mind. Abort the T-shirts.
Yeah, we're not streaming, but appreciate you. I think it's just us. You're talking to just yourself.
Okay. I was plugging shit. I was like, all right, I'm taking over this podcast. We're going to start it over now.
Okay, so I lost you at Mr. Belvedere.
Okay.
I don't know how far you got.
I don't know.
Mr. Belvedere.
I don't know either. But, the parties.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm good.
You running? Oh, dude, you gotta say action.
The action.
So anyway,
God damn it.
Yeah, so they were just talking about, he comes in, they found Mr. Belvedere, he's hooking up with this celebrity, kind of just this big old crazy party, and Cat Williams talking about it on her podcast or whatever he was on, his stand-up. After that happens, he got blacklisted hard, like, never stopped showing up, like, wasn't on anything anymore, basically saying shit that he shouldn't, but the idea with this Jamie Foxx thing was that he was at one of P Diddy's parties, wasn't feeling too good, he took a Xanax or something, and fucking had, like, a seizure, like, hardcore. And some people were saying that P Diddy tried to OD him on stuff, because he was just talking, a few months back, he's talking about, I think he was talking about that party, if I'm not mistaken, or one of those parties, but he was like, yeah, P Diddy got this crazy, you wouldn't even know what happened over here, this crazy shit, this and that. I don't really remember the interview for sure, but he basically was on the thing, like, saying what's going on, and months later, all of a sudden, he has, like, this hardcore stroke and almost died at this party, and now people are saying that he's, like, not even, like, him, he's like, one of those set people, like, he got replaced, and they're like, he had tattoos, and now he doesn't,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know about all that shit, but when people talk about, like what's going on with that, like this weird shit that happens,
Yeah.
makes sense why a big company like Warner Brothers would want to like nothing to do with them.
I just think it's
'Cause
funny.
they put-
They told him you can't dress up as the Joker anymore. And he said, "All right,
Alright,
Batman
cool.
it is."
Batman. And then next year, Robin.
Yeah, he's gonna just do it forever. He's like, "Listen, man, there's an endless list of DC characters for me to dress up as." Like,
Let's see how many seasons this letters you got.
that reminds me of not the Cat Williams thing, not the Jamie Foxx thing. Reminds me of this one congressman. I forget what his name was, but he's paraplegic. Okay.
Okay.
But he was doing an interview and he was talking about how he he was like, oh, so like you'd be surprised how many like, Republicans that say that they're all Christian and stuff, they have like big like sex parties with lots of hookers and drugs and blah, blah, blah. And he's like talking all this shit and he's like, yeah. I don't want to mention any names, but like, and people had figured out
before or after he was a paraplegic.
This was after. This is after.
Okay. He's got nothing left to lose.
Well. So he got caught. What did he do? Oh yeah. So then after he said that, people figured out whose party he was at, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so then they figured out which, like, all the Congress people that were there, and right? And then the next week, it's just, he's super anti-gay, okay? Or he was. He's not
Yeah.
he's not what he called anymore. He's not a congressperson anymore. But super anti-gay. Just wave after wave of the gayest videos I've ever seen in my whole life. Like,
on his Instagram?
No. People posting, like, videos of him that they have seen. Okay, like,
oh,
all right, cool. Let's try this again. I think. That's so funny. So, anyways, so this guy, there's one video where he's with his cousin in the car and like he grabs his cousin's junk. There's one.
Ooh, that's not good looks.
There's one where he. Oh my god! God damn it!
Stop that.
Oh my god! All right. Okay, my Wi-Fi is like actually dying now. Okay. All right. So luckily this is recorded and not streamed. Thank you, everyone. I think that I'm gonna wrap it up on the third disconnect. Appreciate it. I love you all. I will put Nick's Instagram in the description. He has a photography Instagram. I'm sure he'd appreciate the follow. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Good night.